So this is going to be a pretty quick video. This is going to be checking my Fireball Tool Challenge squares on an actual dragonwagon or fireball tool table. From that challenge, if you go back and watch, I'll put a link here. I was unable to meet the requirements of fabricating 2 of these squares within 30 minutes. It ended up being 35 minutes. Now everything seemed like they were gonna meet the quality checks, but I really lacked the appropriate tools to be able to check that. Now that I have a fireball tool table, I'm gonna go ahead and go through, set up some of the fence blocks on the 20-inch spacing, and then I'm gonna go through and check flatness with this bad boy, and we're gonna see if I beat the Fireball Tool Challenge with the plate steel welding table. All right, so let's grab these squares here, throw them up on the Fireball Tool table. Now you can see they've been sitting around, they're pretty rusty. Now I didn't do anything to these other than I did grind the very edges on 2 sides right here to make it square. To check square on my crane build, you can go ahead and watch that video. I'll put a link here. These have not been changed in terms of meeting the quality requirements from the drawing. Check these out, so cool. We're gonna have to do a fence block for that thing, right? Because it was 20 1/4. So let's get these adjustable jaws. I think I've got the hang of how to use these. I guess we'll find out. All right, so let me show you how I set this up. So the 2 dimensions, again, are 20 in the one direction, and then it's gonna be 20 1/4 in the opposite direction. So that makes it easy as far as setting it up with the fence blocks. So I have fence block here and 2 fence blocks here, and that sets an exact 20 between the spacing, because every hole is 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the spacing. So 20 inches on the dot. Now this one was a little bit hard, and so we had to use these adjustable tooth blocks here. And what I ended up doing was I did set it with the other one just to get it close, but what you can see is each of these teeth here are 1/8 inch. It says it's a 1/8 inch tooth block. So you spin this tacking bolt off, lift it up, and you can move this 1/8 each time. So what we did is at this point here, you are directly on the plane. That would be, essentially, it's gonna be over. So I think it's like 20 1/2. So I put it all the way to the farthest setting on that jaw block to that hole. And you can see it's completely in line with that line of holes. So there all the way to this line's, which it's coming off a little bit. This block's coming off a little bit there. That should be 21 1/2 because of the fence block. 1 inch, we want to come forward plus 1/4. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 1/4, which is going to be 2/8. So 1, 2. So that right there should be 20 1/4. Oh, that is 20 1/8. Must have did 1 tooth too many. Did I not count that right? Must not have counted that right. Okay. So did 1 tooth back. That should have taken it from 20 1/8 to 20 1/4. You can see it did. Okay, 20 inch spacing, 20 1/4 inch spacing. Let's see how we did here. So this is the first one. Have it right direction. Okay. So there is, let's butt it up so it's touching these fence block posts. There is a little gap on this top one and a tiny little bit of a gap here. I have to get the shim pack from Fireball Tool. So let's go ahead and see which shim we need to use here. So this is the 1/16 shim here, which is our actual standard, is within 1/16. So let's take this shim, it's nice and oily, and see if it fits right inside here. So it's all the way to this side. Here's the gap, 1/16. It does not fit. It's close. Let's make sure there's no play in these. It 100% does not fit in between that fence block and the piece. Quality check, good. Okay, here's the bottom block. Let's see if we meet it on the bottom block. That shim cannot slide in there at all. We're good. So that block and that block are 20-inch dimension from this fence block to this one. We're good. Let's make sure we're backed up all the way up here. And here's our 20 1/4. And absolutely no way I'm getting in there. And I definitely made it in this one. So, wow. It easily made it in this one. Let's get a larger shim. Next up, 1/8. Okay. The 1/8 definitely can't fit in there. Hair over a 1/16 there. Let me grab a marker. Let me mark this. Paint pen will do. Right there, doesn't meet it. Everywhere else meets our requirements. Right here is under by less than a 1/16, but it's still under. Let's put the second one in. Okay. Let's pull it block to block. 1/16, absolutely not on the 20-inch dimension. Both of them are good. Now let's go ahead and check the 20 1/4. Absolutely. Looks like we're this off. It's the same dimension. So this one, I wonder if that must have been with my steel setup table, how I was rigging it, because this one's a little short as well. Let's try the 1/8 shim. Okay, so 1/8 shim definitely cannot get in. So this one's still not a 1/16 of an inch out of tolerance, what was on the minimum for the engineering drawing. So I failed on both of these squares. Let's check flatness. Got to keep my table clean. So I'm super excited that I can check flatness here. I really hope that these two squares meet the flatness because I put a ton of freaking effort into trying to make my plate steel table flat with all the adjustable threaded nuts on the bottom. So let's go ahead and see if the flatness panned out. So the flatness tolerance on the drawing was a 1/16. So here's my 1/16 inch shim. And this should be sufficient for checking all the way around. I can already tell you that there's absolutely no wiggle in this square on this table. So that directly tells me that this sucker is square. Anyways, I'm gonna check it. Okay, we're good. Let's check the other one. It almost seemed like it wanted to here, but looking at it, there's no daylight. There's no wiggle in this thing either. Oh, there's a tiny bit that way, but it's like, man, that's less than a 1/16 of an inch. Nothing. That really aligned with the checks that I originally did on my kitchen table in the string method. Was that one side dimension on the 20 1/4 seemed to be a little bit under, which this confirmed that it is a little over a 1/16 past the 1/16 allowance. So we are out on those, but the flatness and the other dimensions are good. I would say that if there was a visual inspection on these welds though, they wouldn't pass because I was rushing. Take a look at these. Man, they are ugly, but I was trying to get it done in a specific amount of time. So I was rushing. That's okay though. Let me know what you think. Should I try the Fireball Tool Challenge for a second go round on the dragonwagon and compare times? Remember, these first set of squares, which I just barely failed, took 34 minutes and 50 seconds to fully weld them out. So let me know if in an upcoming video, you would like me to go ahead and attempt the Fireball Tool Challenge again. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. See you on the next one.